Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the air around you growing heavy, thick, with the intoxicating sweet scent of crushed jasmine flowers and the deep, earthy aroma of expensive sandalwood incense. In the distance, a rhythmic, thunderous beat begins to rise. It's the dole drums, the heartbeat of a celebration, echoing through the narrow, bustling streets of Delhi, so powerful you can feel the vibration deep within your chest. You are suddenly swept into a sea of vibrant, shimmering silks, fuchsias, turquoises, and deep marigolds, all sparkling under the glow of 10,000 fairy lights. In the very center of this golden whirlwind sits a couple. They are draped in resplendent and ornate gold and intricate embroidery, appearing like deities stepped out of an ancient epic. To any outsider, this is the pinnacle of a long-term romance. But here is the twist that often baffles the modern mind. Until just a few months ago, these two people were complete strangers. They didn't meet at a crowded bar. They didn't swipe right on a dating app during their lunch break. They didn't fall in love over years of shared coffee dates or late-night walks. Instead, their union is the final masterpiece of a complex, multi-generational negotiation, a process involving digital spreadsheets, ancient astrological charts, and the ultimate consensus of two massive extended families. Does the idea of your parents choosing your life partner fill you with a sense of comfort or absolute cold dread? In a global culture that prizes individual romantic love above all else, why does this ancient system not only survive, but actually thrive in one of the world's fastest-growing economies? Today, we aren't just looking at a wedding ceremony. We are peering into the very soul of a civilization. We are diving deep into the intricate, controversial, and deeply misunderstood world of Indian arranged marriages. So take a seat, let the colors of the subcontinent wash over you, and let's begin this journey. Welcome to Culture Journey. I'm your guide as we traverse the globe to uncover the hidden traditions that define who we are. Today, our destination is India, a land of 1.4 billion people, hundreds of dialects, and a cultural tapestry so dense it can take a lifetime to unravel even a single thread. At the very heart of this vibrant society lies the institution of marriage. But in the Indian context, marriage is less about the union of two hearts and more about the convergence of two dynasties, the grafting together of two family trees, and the alignment of two social destinies. The concept of the arranged marriage is perhaps the most iconic yet most fiercely debated aspect of Indian life. To many in the West, it sounds like a dusty relic of a patriarchal past, often unfairly confused with the dark reality of forced marriage. But to many Indians, including the young, tech-savvy generation, it is seen as a logical, stable, and deeply respected way to ensure social harmony and long-term compatibility. It's a system that has stubbornly adapted to the digital age, moving from village matchmakers to high-tech, AI-driven matrimonial websites. Why does it hold such a powerful, unbreakable grip on the Indian psyche? Is it a beautiful tradition of family unity, or a restrictive cage that stifles individual freedom? As we walk through the bustling markets and the quiet, traditional living rooms of modern India, we will explore the history, the sacred rituals, and the modern-day friction that makes this topic a focal point of global conversation. To truly understand the Indian arranged marriage, we must first shift our perspective on what love and identity mean. In many Western cultures, the individual is the primary unit of society. You are encouraged to choose your own path, your own career, and your own partner based primarily on personal desire and that mysterious spark we call chemistry. However, in India, the primary unit has traditionally been the family, not the individual. Your identity is inextricably linked to your lineage, your caste, and your community. Historically, marriage was seen as a tool for social and economic stability. By arranging unions between families of similar backgrounds, communities ensured that wealth stayed within certain circles and that social norms were preserved across generations. There is a beautiful, yet practical philosophy here. It was believed that love was something that grew after marriage, built on a foundation of shared values and mutual respect, rather than a fleeting, volatile spark that ignited before it. Think of it through this metaphor. While a house built on the bedrock of shared values withstands the test of time, one built on the shifting sands of raw emotion may falter when the first storm hits. This philosophy prioritizes long-term resilience over short-term passion. It asks the question, who is better at picking a life partner? Your 20-year-old self, blinded by hormones, or the people who have known you since your first breath? So how does this actually happen in the 21st century? It often starts with a document known as the biodata. But don't be fooled, this isn't a resume for a job. A marriage biodata is a comprehensive, sometimes brutally honest document. It catalogs everything from professional accolades to ancestral roots. It even includes descriptions of skin tone, a point of significant modern controversy, as terms like fair or wheatish are still frequently used. Once the biodatas are exchanged and the families are satisfied, we enter the realm of the mystical, astrology. For millions of Hindus, the stars must align, quite literally. A priest or an astrologer compares the kundalis, or birth charts, of the prospective bride and groom. They look for 36 gunas, or qualities. If the score is too low, the match is often rejected immediately, regardless of how perfect the couple might seem on paper. Have you ever wondered if your zodiac sign truly dictates your destiny? In India, this is taken to another level with the concept of the manglik. If someone is born under a specific alignment of Mars, they are thought to carry a curse that could bring bad luck to their spouse. To break this, some are required to perform a ritual where they marry a peepal tree or even a silver pot before they can marry their human partner. It sounds like a movie plot, doesn't it? But for many, this is an essential step to ensure a peaceful household. What do you think? Would you marry a tree if it meant your future marriage would be blessed? Let us know in the comments. The image of an old village woman carrying a bag of dusty photos from house to house is rapidly fading. Today, the big fat Indian wedding often begins with a smartphone notification. India has a multi-billion-dollar matrimonial industry. Websites like Shadi.com or Bharat Matrimony have effectively replaced the traditional matchmaker. However, do not mistake these for dating apps like Tinder or Bumble. On a dating app, you are looking for a Saturday night date. On a matrimonial site, your parents are often the ones managing your profile. You will see filters that would shock a Western user. Filters for specific subcastes, religious sects, and even food habits, strictly distinguishing between vegetarians and non-vegetarians. This evolution has birthed the semi-arranged marriage, a hybrid model for the modern soul. Parents find a few suitable candidates through these digital filters, and the couple is then allowed to go on a few courtship meetings. They might grab a coffee or go to the movies to see if there is a vibe or chemistry. Crucially, in this modern version, the individuals usually have the power of veto. If they don't feel a connection, they can say no. This shift represents a massive change in Indian society, where individual agency is slowly but surely carving out a space within the massive walls of tradition. Now, we must reach the heart of the debate. The system of arranged marriage is not without its critics or its dark shadows. Many argue that the system inherently reinforces the caste system, an ancient social hierarchy that modern India is trying to dismantle. By strictly marrying within one's own caste, the walls between different social groups remain high and impenetrable, preventing true social integration. Furthermore, there is the undeniable pressure placed on women. While veto power is common in wealthy urban areas like Mumbai or Bangalore, in many rural villages, young women still have very little say in who their life partner will be. Then there is the dowry system. Although it has been illegal since 1961, it often persists in hidden forms: expensive gifts, cars, or cash demanded by the groom's family. This can place an enormous, sometimes crushing financial burden on the bride's parents. But there is another side to the story that we must acknowledge. India consistently reports one of the lowest divorce rates in the entire world, often estimated at less than 1%. Supporters of the system point to this as absolute proof that it works. They suggest that when two families are deeply invested in a marriage, there is a massive built-in support system. In the West, if a couple has a major fight, they might split up. In India, a whole army of aunts, uncles, and grandparents will step in to mediate, offer advice, and pressure the couple to stay together. This leads us to a difficult question. Is this support or is it pressure? Is a low divorce rate a sign of a happy society, or a sign that people, especially women, feel they have no way out? It is the question at the center of the modern Indian identity crisis. How would you feel if your entire extended family was involved in your private arguments? We cannot talk about Indian marriage without mentioning Bollywood. For decades, Indian cinema has celebrated the love marriage, the star-crossed lovers who defy their parents and the stars to be together. This has influenced the youth immensely. Love marriages are becoming more common than ever before. Yet even in love marriages, the Indian cultural DNA remains strong. A couple might fall in love at a university or a workplace, but they will often spend years working to convince their parents to arrange their love marriage. They want the white horse, the 1,000 guests, and most importantly, the family blessing. They don't want to elope. They want to be integrated. This shows that even when the spark is romantic, the cultural value of family approval remains supreme. It's a fascinating tug-of-war between the ancient and the modern. As India becomes a global tech giant, its people are still looking at both the glow of their computer screens and the ancient wisdom of their elders to decide their future. Our journey through the vibrant, complex, and often paradoxical corridors of Indian marriage is coming to a close. We have seen the shimmering gold of the ceremony, the cold, hard logic of the biodata, and the heated debates that echo from rural dinner tables to the highest courts of justice. Arranged marriage in India is not a monolithic, frozen relic of the past. It is a living, breathing, and rapidly evolving entity. It is a reflection of a society that deeply values continuity, stability, and the power of the collective over the desires of the individual. Whether you view it as a beautiful, traditional safety net or a restrictive, outdated cage, there is no denying the profound sense of belonging and identity it provides to millions of souls. As we leave the haunting sounds of the Shehnai flute behind, we are reminded of a universal truth. How we find love is perhaps less important than how we nurture it. In the end, every culture on this planet is trying to solve the same human puzzle. How do we find that one person to walk through the storms of life with? India's answer is a grand, communal effort, a sacred knot tied not by 2 hands, but by 1,000. Each culture we visit is a mirror reflecting a different part of the human soul. And that journey of discovery, perhaps, is one that never truly ends. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the heart of India, please give this video a thumbs up. It's a small gesture, but it really helps our channel grow and allows us to tell more of these incredible cultural stories. What is your personal take on arranged marriages? Could you ever imagine letting your family pick your spouse, or is that an absolute deal breaker for you? We genuinely want to hear your thoughts, so let's get a conversation started in the comments below. Just remember to keep it respectful and curious. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a trip with Culture Journey. We have so many more corners of the world to explore together. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and always keep traveling with your heart wide open. See you in the next video.